The Azuka franchise has shown many different gameplay styles that gamers can have fun with. But with the upcoming Like a Dragon Ishin, you'll be able to take that on in a new way once again. Set in the 1860s, you'll have 4 different hack-and-slash styles to choose from. You can be a pure swordsman and use a special blade to literally slice up the competition. Or, you can be a modern fighter and use a gun in order to blast enemies away. If you're thinking of a hybrid style, you can use both at once, or if all else fails, sick a tiger on them. Whatever it takes for you to come out on top. If you're wanting a hard-boiled experience in your story and gameplay, then Wanted Dead is definitely one to keep an eye out on. You'll play as a cop in a Hong Kong unit known as the Zombie Unit. But don't worry, they're not going after zombies, rather, they're unraveling a conspiracy that'll put them into fights with mercenaries, private military units, and more. All of which is set in a cyberpunk city that'll help set the mode for the adventure even more. Use a devastating set of moves and finishers and then figure out the truth behind all that is going on.
Shit.
Diablo IV is the next game in the Diablo line of titles, and many people are hoping that this game returns the franchise to the former glory that it once had. Especially since Blizzard was all too happy to make a pay-to-win version of the series with Diablo Immortal, and fans are not amused. Well, the ones who didn't shell out tens of thousands of dollars aren't amused, that is. Anyway, Diablo IV won't have any microtransactions, but you'll still have the hack-and-slash gameplay that you would expect from such a title, including having freedom of character and class in order to go through the world as you see fit. Next up, we have a title that many of you might enjoy depending on how well versed you are in the lore of the Monkey King. Yes, we're talking about son Wukong, who has been a part of many pieces of media over the years. But now, with Black Myth Wukong, he'll be getting his own adventure that seeks to expand the universe of the tales he was born in. You'll get wield his legendary bow staff and take on enemies with incredibly powerful attacks and magic, including making impenetrable barriers around yourself and using the bow staff to stretch to great sizes. In Morbid Metal, you'll actually have the ability to inhabit 4 different kinds of characters. In this case, you'll literally be able to switch between the characters in real time on the battlefield. So if one style of fighting isn't working, you can instantly switch to another. Or, you can go and chain together combos with your various characters to do incredible visually stunning attacks. But be warned, with each level you clear, you'll get stronger, but so will your enemies. And if you die, you're done and have to start all the way over again.
Check 1, 2, break go, break down. What's up, Jimmy Morio never knows.
If you're up for a more unique hack-and-slash adventure, then Samurai Maiden might just be the one for you. Especially if you're into a certain style that female characters are depicted in. In this case, you'll play as a young woman from the 21st century who happens to be a good swordswoman herself. But then, she's suddenly taken from her home and put into a version of Japan that is overrun by monsters. Now you'll have to team up with a set of other girls to take them down and unite in certain ways in order to unlock new powers. Most hack-and-slash titles will give you a kind of special ability or class to do and then work within the parameters of that class in order to get stronger. In Superfuse though, you have only 2 classes, but a large amount of skills and abilities in order to create your perfect enforcer. You'll be able to fuse powers to become stronger and stronger. Your creativity is the only thing that might hold you back from true overwhelming power. Build up your character and then fight through hordes of monsters. Whether you do it alone or with a group, you'll be the strongest things around and you'll dominate all in front of you. Asterix and Obelix XXXL The Ram from Hibernia is not just a long name, but an action-adventure game that'll take you across a unique version of ancient Roman times. In this case, the Romans are trying to invade various lands inhabited by the Gauls. But while the Romans are strong, you know how to literally throw them away. You'll go throughout 6 different areas of the world in order to fight the Romans, explore the lands around you, and see all the damage and construction you can cause at times. Dive into this unique adventure when it comes out and you might be surprised. How about another tale of a young woman taken to another world? This time around though you'll be in the shoes and situation of Fry. She's from New York, but is then taken to a realm of magic and monsters. This is Athea, and she's very much trapped in this depressing land and has to find a way to get out. The good news for her is that going to this land has somehow awakened the magical abilities within her. Use them to traverse the landscape, gain new abilities, and find the various ways to kill the monsters that hunt you. In the world of Illusion Lands, you will play as Erwin, a hunter created by the gods for one purpose. You need to get rid of the Swallowers, because they threaten all of humanity and you must prevent them from doing so. However, as you progress through the game, you will learn the true goals of the gods and rebel against them, to the extent that you now develop yourself to take on them. You will still hunt and kill destroyers, so you can acquire new skills, experience, and weapons that can aid you in your battle. Explore the wonderful world of Illusion Lands and see the truth behind it all. Rogue Soulstone is not just a hack-and-slash game, but a roguelike where the ultimate goal is to become a demigod. But whether you actually are able to do that will depend on how good you are with staying alive at times. You'll go on a journey through a void that is littered with monsters, but also opportunity. You'll get special items that'll allow you to grow your powers, and it'll be up to you to see how you grow as a whole. Will you be a warlock and sling spells, a barbarian who uses strength over anything else? Each run is guaranteed to be unique, so see what it can be for you when it comes out. In Phantom Hellcat, you'll play as Jolene, a young rebellious woman who never really believed in what her mother was doing. Little did she know that she was the guardian of a place that held back demons from coming into our world. But now, the seals have broken, the demons have taken Jolene's mother, and now she has to get her back. But it's not as simple as that. The demons were contained in a theater, and now, Jolene must learn the arts that her mother knew while going through stage-like worlds to fight off the demons and bring balance back to the world. Embrace the art of stagecraft and save the day. When humanity is on the brink, you only have one goal: to kill the gods that have wronged you. In Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn, humanity is almost extinct due to the forces of the undead that poured out of a portal from the afterlife. Now, you must rally a coalition of forces in order to take back the planet and ensure that life goes on. But you'll be using more than just a blade to do so. You'll get to embrace magic, gunpowder, and steel in order to take down the gods that have tried to ruin the world, and make it so that humanity bows to no one anymore.
Closer to disaster. We must move now.
Enter the next world of Final Fantasy myth, and see just how dark a fantasy realm can get when the right elements are put to place. You'll play as the firstborn son of a kingdom, but one who is not destined for greatness in the way he intended. He instead becomes a warrior who is the shield of his nation. But when tragedy strikes, he'll seek out those who have wronged him and go on a quest of revenge that won't be satisfied easily. The gameplay of Final Fantasy XVI will not be what you're used to, and it'll be a much darker story, so prepare for that.
If I take the field, our duel will shake the island to its foundations.
I actually don't know if this is going to be a hack-and-slash title, but given who the character is, would you really want to do it any other way? Marvel's Wolverine is being made at Insomniac by the team that has done incredible things in the Spider-Man games they can. So now imagine this level of depth and creativity for the guy who is the best at what he does. Exactly. Regardless, you can expect intense and instinctive gameplay here. The real question is how they will deal with the lore and what characters might appear.